Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome to something completely different. Now, normally I play a video game, but today I have something to actually talk about today. So, let me say today 3 times, and then get on with it. I live in Canada, as everybody here knows. By the way, this is my desktop. It's of my friends. It's nice. So, I live in Canada, as you know, which means I can do and I cannot do certain things. I can generally use the metric system unless I'm referring to weight or height, in which case, fuck me, it's imperial. I'm, 5'10", and I, live blah, blah, blah kilometers from blah, blah, blah. So, that's a thing I can do, and I can get healthcare, and I can blah, 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 blah. You know the story there. What I can't do is I can't get YouTube Red. Now, this is the movie Bolt. It's a Disney movie. It came out in 2008. You can purchase it on, YouTube Red is a service that's across the globe, except for in Canada, where it is not. Normally, you can get a subscription for, $10.99 a month? I don't actually know. In the US, in fucking Australia, and South Korea, but not in Canada, because fuck us. Why aren't we allowed to get this? It'd be so great. Instead, I gotta purchase my movies. It says from CA $3.99. That's the Canadian, currency code, CAD. So I can buy it for $3.99, or so you'd think. See, if that were the actual price, I'd be fucking happy right now. But that's to rent it, and only in standard definition. You can rent it, or you can buy it. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. Now, obviously, I'm not going to rent a movie from the internet. That's stupid. Yes, it'd be easy to return. You'd just not care anymore, and they'd stop allowing you to have it. But no, I'm not going to rent a movie from the internet. If I'm going to pay money for a movie, I'm going to own it. This is what I've done. This is why I own Ready Player 1 now. Or Ready Player 2. Whatever. So I'm going to click this, because I don't want it in high definition. It came out in 2008. It doesn't actually matter. So because it's going to pull up some credit card information, I'm going to put up a sensor there. I've already preloaded it. So what it does is it says which credit card number I'm using, and I can pick and choose between them. But the current one that's selected is, my actual one. And it says to update the info, which I can't do because anytime I try, it fails. Allow me to demonstrate. So I'm going to enter in my secret number, which you aren't allowed to see. And the name of the recipient, Domino255. And then down here, and on this line, is my billing address. Now I'm going to pick the second sensor and click on that button. Now it's still set to my old address, the one I lived with my mom. So I'm going to set that now. Whoops, that's the caps lock. To my current address, with the one I live in now. And it enters in the city and province and postal code. The postal code is, Canada's zip code for your information. Now, I'm going to click Pay Now way down here. You can see my cursor there. And it comes up saying, hey, you can't fucking do that. Because at the bottom it says, please verify your information. I can't verify shit because it just doesn't do anything. I specifically would love to verify, but it doesn't send you an email. What it does is it asks you to update your info, your card info, which I just literally did, but it won't allow me to do anything beyond that. I click Pay Now. Oh no, it didn't work. Why? Because it's fucking stupid. This service is garbage. Everything about it is horrible. I wish I had YouTube Red. I would just fucking dream every single night of giving YouTube my money. Take my money. Spend my money. Own my money. Fucking have it. I just want to use your service. Why can't I buy this movie? It doesn't allow me to do it because the card is wrong, even though it's not. And I can't enter the card number again because that information's already been entered. Oh no, you can't actually update your card because it's already entered. You fucking idiots. So, to do anything, I'd have to literally get a new card or enter my PayPal, which I don't use because PayPal Canada has its own bullshit to go through. I would have to wait like 6 days for the money to transfer from my bank to PayPal, and then what I would have to do is I would have to wait for another some odd amount of days for the money to transfer from PayPal to YouTube, and I don't want to wait 2 weeks to buy something I could buy right now if I could fucking do it, but it won't allow me because the card doesn't work and it doesn't read it, even though it shouldn't do that. By clicking Pay Now, you verify that you're at least 18 years or older and agree to these terms. Hey, I do. I agree to these terms. Can I have this movie? And that's my current upset that I feel right now. I can't purchase this movie because fuck me. Because I happen to be Canadian. Oh no, the Canadians are gonna fucking steal all our movies and enjoy them and just watch them and fucking enjoy our content. Never mind the fact that our Netflix sucks because our copyright law allows anyone to put content on and then immediately remove it for no goddamn reason. I can't even watch My Little Pony because that shit ain't on Netflix anymore. The producing company is just like, you know what? We don't want that in Canada anymore. And literally, that's legally allowed. They're allowed to do any of that. Anything made outside of Canada because of our own law is... You are... I'm getting angry. Our law says, our copyright law and stuff like that, it says that if you make a thing and you distribute it into Canada, cool. You can make money off it, whatever. You can literally do the exact same thing anywhere else. However, in Canada specifically, what happens is you can just pull that out of Canada anytime you want with no repercussions. You're just like, I don't want that there anymore. And then it's gone. Boom. Done. You don't have to care about anything. You just make a little less money, but fine. You know what? Fuck it. We have like 35 million people. Oh no, that's not a lot of people. We're not going to make any money up there. Fuck them. And then my life just sucks. Because I can't... And then another thing that happens, and I'm just going to fucking, close this. And another thing that ends up happening is... Okay. So, another thing that ends up happening is geolocking. There we go. My brain stopped momentarily. Geolocking is a thing because you can not only pull distribution in Canada, you can pull digital distribution in Canada. I can no longer watch Last Week Tonight, and I haven't been able to for over a year. They have something going on where it's like 6 months go by before we can see any of those episodes. You know, that political show with John Oliver. I used to love watching that show. It was great. And, I was subscribed to the YouTube channel, and I got content on the regular, and it was great. I was up and up with, American politics, which, it doesn't sound all that good, but hey, whatever. You know what? It was interesting, and he's a funny guy. I enjoy John Oliver. He's funny, and, he's informed and fucking all that shit. But HBO decided they didn't want Canadians to see that for free. They had to pay a premium service on the actual website. So I'm not allowed to watch episodes on YouTube anymore. Well, fuck me, right? Well, that isn't the only place. You aren't allowed to watch it anywhere. You aren't allowed to watch those YouTube videos through any other service. You aren't allowed to watch HBO for free in Canada, even though you can in any other country. Because it's put on YouTube, a service that's, free. I would love to get a YouTube Red. I'd love to get a YouTube Premium. I'd love to get any of this shit. But they just don't allow it here. And it fucking infuriates me. Why can't I get the same services as anyone else just because of the country I live in? Is that not unfair? Just say I went to America and said, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to have water anymore. We aren't going to give that to you anymore. You have to get your own water that isn't from our part of the Great Lakes. And we're going to make sure that because our part is... the bigger part, that means we own the entire Great Lakes and you aren't allowed to use them anymore. Oh, well, sorry. It's just the way it is now. Damn. Guess you can't have that fresh water there. But that's not all. We're going to Vanguard all the fresh water because that's ours. We own that now. Haha, we win. So now and this is a dumb example, but basically it's shit like that. And it's fucking so stupid. Let's talk about actual, gold or oil or any of the other fucking resources in Canada that we share with the world because we're not stingy as shit and we don't have laws in place that say, well, you know what, we don't want to give that to you anymore, so we're just going to not, and you're going to be cool with that. No, that's not how it works for resources. So why's it got to work like that for entertainment in the reverse? Why is there so much geolocking of content? I would fucking dream of having the same privileges as other people on the internet. But because of my location on the planet, I'm not allowed. Even though I have free access to the internet, even though I'm willing to pay money, I'm willing to shell out fucking hundreds of dollars, but it won't let me. Nothing will let me do this shit. It won't fucking let me. And it's so goddamn annoying. And I wish so hard that the world weren't like this, because it wasn't 5 years ago. But it is. And that's what pisses me off. Because the world is changing for big business. The internet is no longer the internet, it is the nation net. And there will eventually be a bunch of nation nets. And it's just so stupid. And my rant is over, because my throat hurts a little bit from all the yelling and shouting. And also there's shit going on outside or something. That'll have to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, or I guess listening this time. Excuse me. Thank you guys so much for listening. I've been Keywii, you've been great too, and you have yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.